Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Booty Boy Wrestling Fan interview. Today I'm with the hard-hitting Bobby Ocean. How is it going?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm okay. Doing well. Thanks for
Nice.
asking.
Thanks for having me on, man.
Now, you're clean, you're healthy, safe, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Thankfully, I'm staying safe, doing the social distancing as we all are. Hopefully, all this can be over with soon because it's wearing very, very thin on me, as I'm sure everybody else is too.
Yeah, I mean, physically, I'm okay. All I do is eat, and mentally,
No.
I need to get out of this my house as best as I can.
I mean, there's the outside. I mean, there's stuff to do outside. So I mean, I guess it's a little bit of an outlet, but you know. It seems like being inside of our houses is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time.
So, how long have you been in the wrestling business?
Jeez, it's been over a decade for me.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been over a decade for me. So um, I started training at the age of 14, and had my first match at 18, and just worked my way up from there. So it's been a long, long road, a very, very long road.
Now, your nickname, Hard Hitting Bobby Ocean. Why do they call you Hard Hitting?
Well, 'cause I hit people hard, but it's the way I got the name was that basically I would unfortunately hit people how can I say with full force. And sometimes I wouldn't open up the fist, as the ref would say, and things like that. So my opponents felt my shots. So one of my friends, the Mac, he said, "Man, you just hard hitting." So I was like, "Huh, I kind of like that." So it just stuck.
Now, you were the first ever Test the Strength champion. Am I correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Can you tell me about that moment? And I heard you were injured during that match somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, so what happened was I 2/3 in the match I got hurt. Um, and I couldn't. Somehow I stretched my Achilles,
Oh.
and what ended up happening was as soon as I'm trying to run, I realize I can't. So I'm hobbling along, and it's on video. So on the Test of Strength YouTube, I'm hobbling along, and I'm trying to do what I can, and somehow I finish the match. I become the first Test of Strength champion. And, to me, I was very proud of that moment, just because, as you hear the cliches of it's a revolution, it's this, it's that, new age, new era, things like that. Um, to me, it meant a lot to me because I'd seen where Test of Strength was before it was doing shows. So where there was, training facilities and in different locations and, uh, you know, having shows where it was just, maybe 15, 20 people and, then doing the dojo, the training day shows and, that's a small intimate crowd and then having these big road shows. So to me, it meant a lot. And especially, I think I probably wrestled for every promotion that's been in that building. So, that's also kind of interesting in itself. That as far as the one that was in at Fight for Your Dreams, where I won the Texas Strength Championship.
Pretty awesome, man. Congratulations on being the first champion.
Oh, thank you. It's something that now can't be ever taken away from me. I might not have it now, but hey, I was the first.
Now, there's a guy on the independent scene that some people love, some people hate, and he's
Mhm.
Dan the Man. And you have a
Yes.
rivalry. you
Yes.
had a rivalry.
I guess we kind of still do. It depends on who you ask, but yeah, I guess we kind of still do.
What are your opinion on him and your rivalry? Sometimes it works out in your favor, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
Can you speak more on it?
Soda.
That's fine.
Um, yeah. You know, the rivalry between me and Dan started out years ago in a promotion called Ultimate Wrestling Dynasty. Um, and I initially brought Dan the Man in to New England wrestling, and we started from there. And for whatever reason, it's just been the thing that people have wanted to see between him and I. Maybe just because my style and he's entertaining. You know, he's a he's a very talented individual. Um, you know, loves the wrestling, loves the business. Um, you know, but as his character goes, he does a lot of very despicable things and says a lot of things, and um, but as a performer, he's uh, he's up there. I would put him up there with with a Slick Wagner Brown. He's on that level. Um, but we've had this rivalry, and I don't think it's ever going to go away. I hope it doesn't ever go away. It's like a Ric Flair and Dusty, or a Rock and Austin, a Taker and Shawn Michaels. I kind of look at it in that sense. When we're talking about New England wrestling, it's like the Frankie Arians versus Makazis, the Slick Wagner Browns versus the Brian Furies. So I kind of look at it in that sense.
Now, you just mentioned a lot of rivalries from the past.
Yeah.
What would
Yeah.
you say was your favorite rivalry growing up?
Um, for me, I would think probably. I mean, of course, the Austin Rocks were always good for me. The Austin Rocks were always good. I think the Brett and Shawns were good too. Um, so those would be my two.
Now, have you been a wrestling fan your whole life?
Yeah, yeah. I've loved professional wrestling since I was like 5 years old. So I've
What made
always.
you?
Mm.
Oh, go ahead. My bad.
No, no, go ahead. Go ahead. What made me what?
What made you get into wrestling? Like you said, you loved it since you were 5.
Yeah,
And
yeah. So what made me get into it was I saw a match with Macho Man Randy Savage, and it was just something about him that I said, okay, I want to be like this guy. And the first time ever saying that, like I want to be like this guy, and just how he was in the ring, and I was just like, okay, he's what captivated me. And from that moment on, I said, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find a way to make it happen.
is there anyone that you would want to have a dream match, um, whether they're unfortunately passed away, or someone now? Is there anyone that you'd like to have a dream match with?
Yeah, there's a lot of guys. I mean, I would love to have a match with Macho Man Randy
Top 3.
Savage. Top three: Macho Man Randy Savage.
Hello? Uh, Avi? I'm gonna call you back real quick.